Hey guys, welcome back. So today I want to show you the best deck that you can play in the theme Chronicle event. To finish it fast, I also made a video about the best budget decks. Go check that out if you have not seen the video. Tomorrow there will be the theme Chronicle event. You can grab your gems like always. You might want to wait for the additional missions so to be mostly effective. We also looked at all the loner decks and I rated them basically. But if we look at the event info and the Forbidden and Limited list, you can see like there's always basically the case that a lot of the really, I mean, this is the basic ban list, but a lot of the really good cards, good archetypes are definitely banned, and we won't be able to play them. As we scroll down further the list, we are seeing cards from different archetypes. Here would be something from heroes. Heroes will not be playable. There are cards from Centurion. If we scroll down further, for example, the Cosmic Blazer Dragon, and if we scroll down even further, there you see the Fire King cards being forbidden. So obviously, like always, the meta decks being hit. Sky Striker is here, and then you can see right here Thunder Dragon. There we have Borreload, so everything that is Synchro Summon, the whole Pendulum stuff. We don't have an Appaloosa, we don't have a Borreload Furious Dragon. Further down below there you can see Mefmec. We also have Mefmec on the limited list, Protoss, a lot of Link Bodies, the new Dragoon, we have Albas. So a lot of the meta relevant decks are obviously not playable like it is always the case. No Sword Soul, no whatever. You can see by the limited section here that we have cards like Snake Eyes, like Mefmec, so very strong decks that you will not be able to play. But there's one deck that is basically unhit, and the event actually gave us a little hint in order to show us which deck we should play, and this is the deck that I'm going to show you now. The best deck that you can play in this event by far. And as I already said, the event basically gave us a hint, giving us the Rika Loner deck. If you do not have the full power Rika deck, the Rika Loner deck might be one of the best things that you can play in this event. Honestly, there's definitely something that isn't right. So we only have 2 Genius Loci in the Loner deck. We also, for some reason, don't have Unexpected Die in there, even though Unexpected Die is in the other Loner deck. But the cool thing is that we are basically have the ability to play the unhit Rika list. You do not need to play it with the Ragnar Riker engine here, but in my opinion it's definitely best with the Ragnar Riker engine, since the Ragnar Riker Evil Seed also gives you great opening options and a few more starters. If you do not know how to play the deck, go check out the Rika and the Rika Ragnar Riker deck on my channel. You could go ahead and do this if you want to learn the deck. And we could also supplement this with the Aroma cards. So if you have the Aroma cards but not the Ragnar Riker cards, you could also go ahead and play Aroma cards. You would then play Laurel, for example, play the Rosemary, the Fusion Monster, the Magnolia, the Aroma Blend, and then probably the Humid Winds. This is also an option. I'm just checking. I think there's one important guy missing, isn't there? Yeah, you would also need the Rosalina, which is available for us at 3, so that's actually quite nice. So you can play full power Ragnar Riker Rika or Rika Aroma Seraphy. You could also go ahead and play a pure Rika variant. You would just go ahead and put out the Ragnar Riker stuff, keep the Rika stuff in here, and put more hand traps in and board breakers if you want to. I guess we are playing triple Genius Loci, since this is our best normal summon. We are playing 2 Rika Petal. You can definitely cut this down to 1 since we are searching this throughout the combo. It's also a nice starter, and we want to get this into rotations since this comes back in the end phase if we do not control a monster or only a plant monster, I think. So if you want to play the pure Rika version or you don't have all the cards, go put in a third one. This is also a good starter. Then we have triple Ragnar Riker Evil Seed, the best starter, you could say, since it also gets us via the Lone Fire Blossom into the Sunseed Genius Loci. Lone Fire Blossom, if you are missing some of the ultra rares, is also a card that you could definitely go ahead and bump up to more copies here. In our combo lines, we will mainly search this thing, but opening this is basically like having a Loci online. So if you are missing some cards, then go ahead and put in more Lone Fire Blossoms. Triple Ash Blossom, since we can also play the Fuvalos, which I would highly recommend if you own the card. Don't go ahead and craft this card for the event if you are not planning on also playing this in the ranked portion of Master Duel. Basically, I have made a video concerning the Fuvalos and the Perulia card. It is online now. It went live on Friday. You can go check that out. If you still are not decided on whether you should go for the Fuvalos or the Perulia, should craft them, should spend resources on them, go ahead and check that out. Then we are playing the Ragnar Riker package with the Beetle here. We have the Evil Seed, the Beetle Beetle, and then we are playing the Link to the Skeletal Soldier, which is very nice in getting bodies back. We also have one Ragnaraka Bloom. We have one Primula and one Rika. You can search them by the use of our Rika Glamour. Then we have the triple Fuvolos. Don't need to play this, but I think it will be nice in this event, especially because we are missing Maxi. So this is basically our first test of having Fuvolos but not Maxi. Hopefully this will come soon in Master Duel. We have 2 Mudan, the Rika Fairy. Once again, you could also bump this down to 1 since we can surge it. If you don't have the Ragnaraka engine or less cards, then you could also go and bump this to 3. This is not bad in the opening hand. You just don't need it, but if you have it, then it's not bad. Then we have 1 Snowdrop, the Rika Fairy, which you definitely don't want to go higher than 1. 1 Nibiru, which I always like if we have draw cards like Fuvolos or Maxi in here, just because if we Fuvolos or Maxi our opponent, then we have this option to draw into a Nibiru, which is a hand trap that can finish the game, basically interrupt our opponent so much to the point that we will be able to kill him on the next turn with all the cards we have drawn. Then we have 1 for 1 just to get to our Sun Siege in Loci. Then Unexpected Die is a no-brainer. Unfortunately, it's not in the Loner deck. This would definitely make the Loner deck way, way better. Unexpected Die just to get you your Sun Siege in Loci. This is also a special summon, meaning that if they deal with the Loci and you have another Loci in hand or maybe a Lone Fire Blossom, you could still go ahead and play, which is very, very nice, very strong card. Then we have 2 Rika Glamour, could also bump this down to 1 if you wanted to, since we can search this. Then we have 2 Sunlight Soaring. You don't need to, can also only have 1. You could replace all the cards I'm just named with other cards, like more of the Lone Fire Blossom, more of the Petal, more of the Mudan if you have them, but I guess you will have them since they are only rare or super rares. But you could also replace them with more hand traps. 2 Rika Conquerors, you could also go for 1, so the Rika engine we can definitely cut quite considerably. Then we have 1 Ragnaraka Bloom, then 2 Caught By and Crossout. I think these Crossout able hand traps and Caught By hand traps like Fuvolos and Ash will be everywhere, so it's very nice to have these cards. Also, we can cross out our own Nip, which Nip is definitely a bad hand trap for us. Triple Infinite Impermanence just because it's so strong. Then 1 Rika Sheet, one of the main interruptions, very strong, and then the Ragnaraka Hunting Lens is optional, honestly. You don't need the card, but sometimes when in your hand you open your seed together with, for example, the Beetle or the Bloom, you can then go ahead and search the Hunting Lens, since this can search for 2 cards. Then we have 2 Rika Queen Strenna, very important card here. You can definitely, if you want to go for this deck and you don't have all the stuff, go with 1, but if you have 2, you want to put in 2. We have 1 Teardrop, the Rika Queen, which is part of our end board, but if you don't have her, then it's not the worst thing in the world to not get her on the end board, but just keep in mind that all of this makes it worse, right? Then we have our Sacred Tree Beast Hyperiton, very good end board monster that is normally a spell negate, can also be a trap or a monster negate. We have triple Sun Avalon Dryas, which we want to go into with our Sun Siege in Loci, as already said. If you want to know how the combo works, go check out my videos. Then we have Sunmine Healer, very important, the Thresher for the kill combo. Also, the kill combo is also available in my Rika guide, go check that out. Then 2 Aroma Seraph Jasmine, can definitely cut this down to a 1, but then your lines will be a bit weaker. This is very important. A lot of lines definitely rely on 2 Aroma Seraph Jasmine, but you can get away with 1, but this is definitely one of the ultra rares in the deck that is most important. Then we have 1 Sylvian Dance Peon. This is definitely one that you can cut. This is a Gamba card in the sense that, okay, I'm at a bad point, so let's review the top 3 cards of my deck and see whether I can hit any more bodies. Then you want 1 Skeletal Soldier. The Melias is also more of a link climb card, not super necessary. And then one of your end boss monsters, the Bangalans, are very, very strong, bouncing back your opponent's cards. So Rika, in my opinion, or Ragnaraka, the best deck that you can play because it's the most complete, and you can play a lot of non-engine in here. The engine is solid. Going first is super, super strong, and with all of your hand traps that you can put in here, you should be able to stop your opponent and also win going second. Let me know in the comments what you are planning on playing in the event. If you like my videos, please consider subscribing, hitting a thumbs up and the notification bell. Good luck and have fun in the event, and we will see each other in the next one.